my audience, Chris and Jim. Have you ever seen something funny and just had to tell someone? Well, one day, me and my mom were out back with our dog and our cat, and all of a sudden, the dog started chasing the cat and she fell in the pool. And my first reaction is to go tell my sister, who was at the neighbor's house jumping on the trampoline. So I run over to our neighbor's house, where my sister's at, and start jumping on the trampoline with her. Then tell her the story, what happened. The cat fell in the pool, and so after I tell her, I decide to do a flip and then go home. As I did the flip, I landed wrong on the trampoline and ended up falling off the trampoline, landing on my back, but then rolling on my elbow, and it didn't feel right. I felt like I broke my arm. So I told my sister, we need to go home. My arm, I think it's broken. So we go home, and I tell my mom, while holding my arm, can't move it, that I think I broke my arm. So she doesn't believe me, not crying, doesn't believe me. So we get in the car, and we go to the emergency room, where they have to take x-rays, and I can't move my arm much, so they know it's broken. And after the x-rays come back, I end up breaking my arm in 3 places. I broke my wrist, broke it here, and I broke it here. And I had to have surgery that night. So I get into bed and wait for the nurses to put the IV in my arm, which I hate needles. And they have to have 2 male nurses, 2 female nurses, and my mom to hold me down to put the needle in for the IV for my surgery. After they do that, I then go to surgery. I don't remember much after, just waking up with a giant cast in my arm, and they tell me I have 2 pins holding my bones together so they're not messed up. And after a couple months, I get my cast off and the pins removed that were holding my bones together, and I have to have physical therapy to straighten my arm, which is still not straight to this day. Can't straighten it all the way. And I still have scars from the pins that were in my arm holding my bones together. And because I broke my arm, I was unable to play soccer, and I played for 12 years, but not being able to play really sucked. So if only I had ran to go tell my sister that the cat fell in the pool, and I just waited for her to come home, then I wouldn't have broken my arm, and I would have been able to play soccer. But everything happens for a reason. Do you have any questions?
No.